Is it visible?
No, sir.
Just a second. Is it now?
Uh, yes.
Okay. So before starting the art of writing a research paper, and let me tell
Sir,
you that it is really an
one
art.
minute, sir.
Yes, 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 yes.
Sir, you are covering that PPT.
Okay, just
We could not see the whole PPT.
can you see it now?
Yes, sir. Yes. Now we can see.
Okay. So the art of writing a research paper, it is really an art. That I'm not sharing you any secret that I'm going to tell you that to do this, do that, you will be able to write a research paper, good research paper. I'm just going into the insight of the what are the basic elements you can do, write in the research paper, and how to choose a topic, how to collect data, and how to publish a paper, and most importantly, the footnoting. The footnoting is very important, and the literature review, because most of what we do nowadays is that we ignore the footnoting and we think that it is our material. We have rephrased it, and without giving the due credit, it will cover under the plagiarism. So you must be knowing about the plagiarism. What is plagiarism? So I'll be dealing with that also, and at last I'll be dealing with the footnoting. The footnoting, which is very important. The I'll basically discuss with the JLI, the Journal of Indian Law Institute style, which is very easy and quite popular these days in the Indian writing system. Apart from there are other writing footnoting style, that is the Blue Book, that is 19th edition and 20th edition, and Oscola. Blue Book is basically the Harvard edition, and the Oscola is the Oxford edition. So I'll be basically dealing with the Journal of Indian Institute of Law style. So let me start with the topic, that is research. What is research? Research is constitute of the two words, that is re plus search, that to search it again. Why to search it again? So it is defined as an intensive search with the purpose of becoming certain. So we have to search it again what has already been searched. For what purpose we are doing it again and again? For the purpose of becoming certain that yes, we are having the knowledge. To gain the more knowledge or becoming the more certain, we do research. So it is a systematic investigation into the reality to gain the knowledge. So systematic investigation, that we cannot do what we like I like this way, the other person like another way, though it is not like that. We have to do a systematic investigation. Systematic in the sense that there are certain procedures, there are certain grounds also, there are certain basic fundamentals which are one have to follow to do the systematic investigation into reality to gain the knowledge. So basic purpose to do the research paper is to gain the knowledge. Now coming next to the structure of a research paper. So structure of a research paper basically contains mostly three parts. First one is the introduction, then the body, then the conclusion. The broad, this three part can be classified into the another, that is the abstract, introduction, literature review, objective, research questions, hypothesis, research problem, methodology, discussion, conclusion, bibliography, and appendices. So any one of you have any doubt or any question or any insight into what we have discussed till now? Any of the participant?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, okay. So anyone can describe what is abstract? You must be getting, must have written a research paper till now or not. You must be in the process of writing research paper. So abstract is the first thing which comes into your mind. So anyone would like to describe what is an abstract? So let me begin with the abstract. So abstract, it is a summary of a body of information. So what you are all going to do in your whole research paper, that is come in conclusion in very gist form, or mostly in the 250 or 300 word, there is abstract. It expresses the main claim and argument of the paper. So what you are going to argue, or what is the main claim, what you are all the gist, that is what is in your introduction, what is the statement of problem, what is the problem going on, what is your methodology, and how will you address it. So it will all comes under the heading of the abstract. So the what question can be given under the abstract, that is, why did you do this study or project? So any study, why you want to pursue it, that is come under the abstract. What did you do and how? What did you do and how? Then next one is, what did you find? So what is your findings? Then what do you finding means? What the finding you have occurred at the last of your research paper, what did you mean from it? So abstract may mostly, I am telling you that always write the abstract at the end of the paper. Don't start abstract at the outset of the paper. Always write the abstract at the end of the paper, not at the after the conclusion. You have to write the abstract at starting of the paper, but I am telling you, write abstract only when you finished writing your paper. Don't write abstract at the beginning of your paper, because after, when you complete your research paper, because if you write the abstract at the first, then you will tend to deviate from that abstract, or you will tend to gather some more information. You will tend to change your methodology in between writing your paper, or you gain some other insight into your topic. So always write the abstract at the end of the paper. Then comes to the introduction. So what is introduction? The primary purpose of an introduction is to frame the paper for its readers. So to frame the paper for its readers, so the readers after reading the introduction should know about the brief description of the topic. So what is that your topic is currently dealing with? Statement as to why the topic is worth researching. So why are you researching on that specific topic? Is there any worth doing research on that topic or not? Then coming into the literature review. Literature review is the most important thing that you can do as a research paper writer. Because what is literature review? Any one of you? Review of literature or literature review?
For our research, what kind of data we have? It's called a literature review.
Yes. So all that data, all the materials, all the materials which have at your hand, at your disposal before writing the paper on your given topic, on what topic you are going to research. So reading that material is called literature review. So what is the purpose of literature review?
We get an idea how much information we needed for further research.
Yeah, it serves twofold purpose. The first one is it gives you the information what all the material, it gives you information that what all material is available on your topic. And second one is what information is not available that you are going to cover from your research paper or dissertation. So it serves twofold purpose. First one, it gives you the information that these are the material available and these are the information given in these materials. And second one is, on all reading all these materials, you come to a conclusion that this particular question or particular research question or research gap, you can say, is not given, is not answered in any of the material. So you are going into that part of the research, or in that gap which is not being answered in any of the materials which you have read in the literature review. So there is a format of literature review which you must have known till now, that you have to go with the books, then the articles, then the any other reports or commentary or any of such things. So you have to write it, and at the end of the literature review, you have to write that this is the literature review which I have done, and this information is available in all this literature, and this is not available which I am going to discuss in my research paper or in the dissertation. So what is the present state of knowledge regarding the topic under consideration? So what is the present state of knowledge present in the literature? Next one is how to study, how are the studies related to the one being proposed? So what are the studies which you are going to propose? What is the quality of the studies reviewed, and how will you propose study contribute to the existing knowledge? So how will you propose the study regarding your research paper or the dissertation? Now coming to the objectives, what are the objectives of the research paper or dissertation? So there are certain objectives that what we want to fulfill after reading this literature review. So after the literature review, you will get insight into the topic, that what are the available knowledge, information available on the given topic, and what or next you want to pursue. So thereafter you comes with the objectives. What are your objectives? What you want to fulfill after completing this dissertation or the research paper. Next comes the research question. Research question you will only able to frame after the literature review. So you have certain questions in your mind, you do the research literature review, and thereafter certain questions automatically get answered after you complete your literature review, and certain questions which won't get answered after literature review, that will come under the research question, that will be called research gap. So where is the gap, lacuna lies in any legislation or any social sciences, in the field of social sciences, that you want to address. Thereafter you comes with the hypothesis. What is the hypothesis? As the name suggests, any one of you?
Certain assumptions which
Yes,
we need
yes.
research.
Yes, it is basically a hunch, or is an assumption that you create before the starting of your research paper or dissertation, that in your opinion what could be the solution of this problem, or what could be the answer to this question. So this is basically a hypothesis. So hypothesis, there are many opinions about the hypothesis, that hypothesis required only in empirical study, not in the doctrinal studies. So but nowadays everyone write hypothesis in their research paper or dissertation. So no worries about that. So hypothesis. Then comes the research problem. What is the research problem? That is again the research gap. So what is the problem lies in your topics, what you want to address. Now your research questions and the part of your research paper always complementary to each other. Like if you talk about the dissertation, there are chapters in if you talk about the research paper, there are certain parts, like you write the headings, like first part, second part, third part. So all the research questions should be able to accommodate themselves in your research paper in various parts. There may be one part for one question, or there may be one part for more than one question, but not vice versa. Similar in the case with the dissertation, your research question should reflect in the chapterization of your dissertation. So you can't write like someone others write introduction, then the basic what the students do nowadays, that they first one write the introduction, second one is the historical development, third one is the judicial trend, fourth one they write about the comparative analysis with some other country, and lastly at last they write the conclusion. But this is not the standard form. You always there can be different chapterization for different topics. There can be different chapterization for similar topic if some other person have taken the different question and you have taken the different question. This is not the standard form which I have just told you, that first one is the introduction, second one is the historical development, third one you write with the judicial opinion or judicial view on this topic, that you analyze the case law, third one is the comparative analysis, next one is the conclusion. or you write one more if someone want to do the this empirical research. Fifth chapter they completely devoted to empirical, and lastly they write with the conclusion and suggestion. This is not the standard form. You always have to see that what your question is and how your question answer in that chapter. So for every question there has to be a similar one chapter or two chapter, one more than one chapter, and after the end of every chapter that pertains to one question, there has to be an answer that whether you have tested that question against that chapter or not, whether you have able to answer that question or not. Is it understood or not? Am I clear till now? Any doubt?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Are you clear with the research question, hypothesis, and the chapterization?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, research problem again, we have completed. Now the methodology. Methodology, how you have to propose at the outset of the paper or the dissertation that how you would like to conclude this paper or the dissertation. There may be a doctrinal method, there may be an empirical method, there will be partial doctrinal and partial empirical method. That is to demonstrate that you are aware of the research method used to study this topic, that you are aware of the research method you might have read in your research methodology subject, and to justify the research method and approach that you have taken for your study. You have to justify also that why you have taken this research method. Okay. Now to explain and justify the method of data collection and analysis. You have to explain and justify that why you have taken this method of data collection and analysis. There may be a data collection. Suppose someone wants to do the doctrinal research only, he will do that table chair research. He will go to the library and read all the books and journal available, library or online or anywhere. Or anyone who wants to do the empirical research, he will go to the field. So in empirical research also there are various type of method of collecting the data, like surveys, interviews, questionnaire, schedules, or any such things that you may take in. Also, you have to write in the methodology what kind of method you want to use in concluding or in doing your research. That may be doctrinal, that may be empirical, that may be partially doctrinal, and that may be partially empirical. Okay. Now you will discuss of what all the document or all the method you have collected and what are your discussion on that, or any new topic or any new information or new insight that you have collected from your information or your data collection. Then coming to the conclusion, what do you write in conclusion? The result and discussion should be the focus of this part. What are the result and discussion? To sum up your findings, what are your findings after collecting the data and analyzing the data, whether it is empirical or doctrinal, anything, it doesn't matter. Highlight the significance of the outcome of a study. Then at last, when you have collected the data, you have analyzed the data, there must be some outcome, whether, see, at last, what you do, you have to test your hypothesis. The hypothesis I have in point number 6, which I have told you that you only answered me that it is an assumption or hunch, or mere doubt that this is the real problem and this will solve like this. So at last you have to test your hypothesis. There may be 2 hypotheses, 3 hypotheses, or in many cases 1 hypothesis only. So at last you have to test your hypothesis basis of your finding at your conclusion, that whether you will be able to test your hypothesis, whether you will be able to prove it or not prove it. Don't always be rely on proving your hypothesis. That is not relevant at all. You have to true to your findings, you have to true to your research. It is immaterial whether you will be able to test your hypothesis in positive way or in negative way. Whether you have to prove it or not prove it, that is not going to credit your research in any way. Just you have to prove with your research only. So you have to either you have able to test it or not test it, whether it is justified, your conclusion has justified your hypothesis or not. So to outline any implication or recommendation indicated by the findings. So any implication, recommendation which you have come into your findings. now at last you will write also what you will write the limitation. What are your limitations? Like you are only a human, you are not a god, you are not able to answer all the question or all the problem currently persistent in that particular topic. So there are certain limitation of your research paper or dissertation also. So you have to write that this is the limitation of my research, and you will leave a gap for the further research to be carried on by you in some other like PhD or some other postdoctoral research or in another research paper for that matter, and or any other person who would like to pursue your research. So you will set a stage after your conclusion, stage that another person who want to pursue research from this on this topic, he have to carry on from the place where you have left. So again, keep in mind that you are not a god, you are just a human being, you are not able to do all the research, that is all the solve all the problem that is presently present in the given topic of your research. So you have to mention the limitation of your research, that this is the limitation, being a uh, single, like you are only single person doing the research, or maybe there may be a limitation of fundings, or there may be limitation, geographical limitation, like you are presently in Latur, you won't be able to address the situation currently happening in the Shimla or in the Kanyakumari or in the Kashmir. So that is the limitation, that you only address the situation that is presently in the Latur or the cities or in the vicinity of that Latur, or maybe in 2-3 districts more. You are not, you, that is the limitation, or you may be um, lack of fundings or time constraint are also there, because you have to submit your dissertation by the end of this April or May. So you won't be able to do all the research required in this topic. So you set a stage for the next researcher to do a carry on from that stage. Is that clear? Now coming to the bibliography. Bibliography is nothing, just a summary of all the authority which you have cited, which you have taken help of in your writing a dissertation or research paper, that you have to write at the after the conclusion, that at the end of the paper or the dissertation, that has to be written in the alphabetical order. You cannot write that in any manner that you wish. You have to write it in a alphabetical manner. And lastly, appendices. Appendices is not compulsory for all of you. Appendices is what that you want to. Just a second. Yes, appendices is nothing. You have to show that, suppose you are going for a questionnaire or for a sample collection or for data collection, for or a questionnaire or survey or interview, anything which you have taken as a collection of data, which you will put it as a appendices. You will write at appendix A, appendix B, that will come in the at the starting of your content, where you will write the content or the index. You will write appendix A contains this questionnaire, appendix B contains this interview, appendix C contains this, or any other report or any legislation or foreign legislation which you want to add it as a appendices, you will add it as an appendix. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so any question till now?
No question, sir.
Okay, now how do you choose a topic of research? Anything that your teachers tells you to do research on that topic?
Yes, sir.
So that is a very bad type of research that we are going to do. If you do research on teacher or any other your friend or colleague or your mentor to tells you to do the research on any topic, always choose a topic that interests you, because unless you find an interest in any topic, you won't be able to do a good research, because this is not a compulsory that UGC or Bar Council of India prescribes subject that you have to do research on the transformative constitutionalism, or you have to do a research on the space law, or you have to do a research on the law of extradition. That is not a compulsory. Research is always left to the researcher. So always choose a topic that interests you. Don't choose any topic on some other person's choice, because unless and until you have an interest in that topic, you won't be able to write more than 1 or 2 pages. As far as I have seen this difficulty in writing research paper on myself, or given to any of the students. So students always comes to me and ask, sir, please describe me a topic or give me a topic. So I always ask them, please choose a topic on which you have your interest, because writing a research paper is an art. It is not in secret. It is not in science that 1 + 1 is equal to 2 or a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. It is not like that. Writing a research paper is totally an art. So the more you read, the more you will gain the insight of that topic. The more you have the insight on that topic, you will able to write better on that topic. And the better the research paper, the better you will gain the credit. Is it clear? So always choose that research topic which is in which you have interest. Many times it happens that at initial you don't have any interest on that topic, but while reading that topic, you get an interest. Like I give you my example, like I am doing a research on the space law. So at the starting, I don't have any interest on the international law or space law. But as I started reading space law, I've developed so much interest in that I keep on reading space law everywhere. So that is a different matter, but always choose a topic on your interest. So it should not be very broad. It should not be very difficult that you end up making all your important time busy in that topic. And it should be on some current matter which is going on, so that the average reader might get interest in reading your research paper. Okay. So,
Excuse me, sir. For the dissertation, we have liberty to choose a topic as per our interest for dissertation,
yes,
sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you are telling me or you are asking me?
Sir, I am telling you too that in our college we have liberty to choose for the topic for our dissertation.
Yes, all the college have this. This is not a liberty. Just this is a matter of routine that they ask you to give your topics on you want to do the research.
Yes,
I'm just telling you that don't go after
Excuse
any
me, sir.
person. Yes, ma'am.
Sir, here we give the list of topics from which students could opt their topic. Sometimes student says that, ma'am, we don't have, matlab, we don't know in which topic we have interest. Then we speak with them and discuss with them and give some
Yes.
list of topics from which they could opt. Then,
Yes,
as you said, a person can develop their interest in that topic too,
Yes,
if they wish.
Yes.
Ma'am, we
Yes.
don't want any topic from your list. Then they can opt their own topic. But sometimes,
Yes,
as for the assistant, we also provide a list of topics from which they could opt.
Yes.
Because
Ma'am.
LLM first year students doesn't know more. They didn't explored more in this research. That sometimes we give them liberty, and sometimes if they don't want to choose their own topic, then we give a list of topics too.
Oh yes, very nice. So that is that happens in most of the cases. Like when I was in college, I was doing LLM. I was not aware of the research. Like I have just heard about it, not very developed an interest into the research. So we went to our mentor and asked for the topic. So they have suggested me that if you have, like I said, I have interest in the constitutional law. So they given me 2-3 topics or 5 topics from the constitutional law itself, that if you have interest in reading or writing about the constitutional law, then you may choose any of the given topic. So is it clear? Clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
There are a lot more to discuss in writing a research paper. Like if we talk about the plagiarism. So plagiarism is very unethical, and UGC has taken a very staunch view in view of the plagiarism, you must have heard about many software like Turnitin, which many of the colleges have subscribed. You must be given your ID password to check your research paper or dissertation. All your writings, academic writings, whether it be research paper or dissertation or PhD thesis for that matter, or anything academic writing, always go through the plagiarism check software. This is the software that tells you that what part of your writings you have copied from other sources. So copying someone else's work without giving due credit in your work is called a plagiarism, and it is and punishable also. The UGC can cancel your research, that your dissertation or research degree, or even your mentor, your supervisor, if he has signed your PhD or dissertation on the basis that you have copied some other person's work, then that person also, your supervisor, your professor also may face some consequences of that. So please be aware of the term plagiarism. Don't copy another work. You can always take inspiration from other person's work. If you want to quote that person, you have to give due credit to that person in your footnote or in your bibliography. Now coming to the footnote, let me quickly tell you the screen is visible to all.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
This
sir. It is
Gilly
visible.
styles ILI citation style is visible. So this gives you the mode of citation for books like this. For an authored book, suppose you have taken some content from a book which is an authored book. So it may be a single
Sir,
author.
we could see. Hello, sir. Excuse me,
Yes,
sir.
yes, ma'am.
Sir,
Yes,
we
ma'am.
could see slide number 3,
You
structure
want,
of research
okay,
paper.
okay, just a second.
I think it's on slide number 2.
Yes, yes, just a second. Now is it visible? ILI citation style, their PDF.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, sir. It's visible.
So, yes. Suppose you want to. This is Indian Law Institute, Journal of Indian Law Institute citation style that is mostly followed in India, and it is more or less very similar to the Blue Book style, 19th style and 20th edition style. So I am telling you, ILI citation style. Please follow it in your academic writing. It is very similar and very short and crisp. So basically, it covers all the material which you want to quote in your as a footnote in your academic writing, that is a research paper or the dissertation. So suppose you want to give an footnote of an authored book. So authored book may be by a single author. There may be a one author who has written a book, or by a two author, or by a multiple author. Is it clear? So for a single author, what you do? Firstly, you write the name of the author. Then, comma, you have to write the title of the book in italics, like it is written. I have highlighted this. Name of the author in normal fonts, then comma, you have to write the title of the book in italics. Thereafter, you write the page number. After page number, if you want to refer, that is, page number is not necessary. If you are referring to a specific page, then write, otherwise leave it. Then in bracket, what you will write, the publisher, who is the publisher of that book. Then comma, you will add the place of the publication. Then again comma, edition/year of publication. What is the edition if it is given? Then year of publication, like it is given in example. Name of the author, MP Jain, it is written in normal font. Then comma, Indian constitutional law, that is name of the book. It is written in italics. 98 is what? 98 is the page number. Then you start the bracket, you write the name of the publisher. Name of the publisher is Common Law House. Then place of publication, it is Calcutta. So you will write Calcutta. If it is New Delhi, you will write New Delhi. If it is Latur, you will write Latur. If it is Bangalore, you will write Bangalore. Then you will write 5th edition. If edition is given, then comma, you will write the year. That's how you will write the footnote of an authored book by a single author. Is it clear?
Yes,
Is
sir.
it clear? Okay. Now by the two authors, it is same like MP Jain and SN Jain. You have written MP Jain and SN Jain. You will write two names. Then all the things are same, like name of the book, the page number, the place, the publisher, the place, and the year. Okay, all the information. If there is no need of, if the edition of the book is not given, you will not write it. It is as simple as that. If it is given, you will write. If it is not given, then you will not write. Now, multiple author, it is same the name of the first two author, like Jerry L. Masher and Richard A. Merrill. You will write the two author and et al. Et al means, it is the Latin term, it means and others. You will not write all the name of the authors. If there are more than two authors, you will write after two authors name et al, then rest of the things are same. Is it clear? Now for the edited book, there are many edited books. So you will write the name of the editor, then thereafter you will write ED. ED stands for edited, that this book is edited. You will write the name of the editor. You will not write the name of the author, because in edited book there is an editor, not an author. So we'll write the name of the editor in bracket. You will write the ED. Then again same thing, title of the book, then page number. Then if you are referring to specific page or page, you will write the page. Then publisher, place of publication, edition, year. Rest all things are same. But just you have to write the ED, that is the edition. By two editor, name of the editors, then edit, same thing like this. Then more than two authors. Mode of citation of article. Suppose you want to write in citation for the article, like name of the author of the article, same thing. Who's the author? Suppose I have written an article, you will write my name, Mayank Singh. Like here it is written Upendra Bakshi. Then comma. Always keep in mind what you have to write in italics, where you have to put in comma, where you have to put in full stop, where you have to start a bracket, where you have to put an end-to-end bracket. Is it clear? So don't put any insight from your side. It is standard. When you go to the Google, you will search for the ILI citation style. You will get this PDF. This is easily available, or you can download it from the freely available. You can download it from the ILI website. It is freely available. You can download it and you can take. By the way, what citation style your college asked you to write in your dissertation? Any one of you? Any citation style which your college prefers? I believe it is Jilly only, or Blue Book or Oscula. Okay. So now what you will write? Title
Sir,
of the yes.
hello,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. ILI style citation we have given them.
Okay,
Same, sir.
that's very good.
And
Yes,
this
yes.
PDF I already shared with the students.
Okay, then they must be knowing about how to write the citation. I'll just quickly go through it. So in
Yeah.
this is the name of the author, Upendra Bakshi. You must have known about him. He is the living legend of the law. Then next one is the on how not to judge the judges. Notes toward evaluation of the judicial role. That is the name of the article. That is a very good article. You can go and read it also. This is very good article. And it is 25. Name of the journal in abbreviation, that is JILI. This is Journal of Indian Law, Indian Law Institute. Then 211 page number, then the year in bracket. So you don't have to apply your mind. You have to, this is just like a formula. You have to put each and everything on the basis of this formula. What is written in normal caps, what is in inverted comma, what is in bracket, what is in italics, what is in numbers. You have to just follow it in this style only. Now there are other things: citation of a paper published in a case report, a citation of a essay published in edited book, citation of a write-up published in a newspaper periodical, citation of an editorial from newspaper. Then website, how to write a website. Always keep in mind, students, don't all refer Wikipedia as your source. Wikipedia or any other like iPleaders. One more thing, Legally Services India, there is one more website. These are not reliable websites. Don't rely. You can get information from this, but don't give the citation of these things in your research paper or dissertation. This is not a good and Wikipedia is a big no. Don't give any citation related to Wikipedia or Google for that matter. Don't give that. I get this information from the Google. Is it clear? Now website. Yes, if website gives you information as to when it was last modified, the same must be cited. If not, the author must indicate the date of visiting the website. So suppose you have visited in Information Technology Act 2000, India. This you have website visited, available at, you have to write whole the HTTP this, from this to this. You go to the browser where you write your address. So you have to copy whole of it and put it in your footnote. Then if it is given in the website only, it will given in the website either in the starting of the website or at the last of the website, that last modified. So if it is given, then you will write last modified. If not given, then the day you have visited on website, you will write it as last visited on July 29, 2003, or any day on which you visited. Okay. Now you give for the unpublished work, that is same: interviews, unpublished research, forthcoming publication, mode of citation of a case law. Case law, like you want to write a Keshwan and Bharti versus State of Kerala, and the citation is written in the footnote as AIR 1973 SC 1461. So you don't have to write the Keshwan and Bharti versus State of Kerala in the footnote. You only have to write this citation only in the footnote. This is the ILI style citation. No need to write the name of the case in the footnote, only write the citation in the footnote. Name go in the body of the paper, like introduction, where you have written. Okay. Now acts, you have to write acts like it is given this. If you want to refer a section, you will mention section. If not, then you have to write whole act like this. Okay. Reports, you can write reports like this. Referencing supra infra, this infra, avoid use of infra, like this discourage you from the use of infra. You can use supra. Supra is Latin term which means above. Suppose you have given a footnote and you want to refer anything which is given above, you can write just supra, like supra note 5 at 34. Note 5, suppose you have taken a footnote number 8, you want to write refer to note 5, what you have written in footnote number 5. So you will write supra note 5 at 34. Okay. IBID and ID. IBID is the immediately before. Like you have written something in footnote number 6, and in footnote 7, number 7, you have to refer footnote number 6. You will write IBID. And if in the same page, if in the different page, then you will write ID. ID means the same, like the authority is the same, but page number is the difference. So if you want to change the page number, you will write ID at 30. If you don't want to change the page number, you will write IBID. So please keep in mind that supra, infra, IBID, ID, all these things are written in italics only. In IBID, there is a full stop. In ID, after ID, it is a full stop. Is it clear till now? Any doubt to anyone?
No doubt, sir. It's clear.
No, sir.
Okay. So should we end this? I think I have exceeded the time. So if you have no doubt, then we can conclude the session.
Sir, if you have any sample paper, can you show us? If you have, otherwise we will arrange another lecture to see the sample paper. Mainly we are focusing on doctrinal and non-doctrinal research paper for LLM first year students. They have to write these two papers.
Okay.
First one is non-doctrinal and another one is doctrinal research.
Okay, let me see. Like the format which I have told you just now, I don't have any paper on that format. I'll just have a normal paper.
Okay, any paper if you have, then please share
Okay,
with us.
okay. Let me share it. Now, is it visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So this is a paper title. I've downloaded it from SCC online. Transformative Constitutionalism vis-a-vis Tribal Justice India, a tale of recent judicial trend. This is the paper of my mentor, Yogesh Pratap Singh, Professor Yogesh Pratap Singh. He is currently the Vice Chancellor of National Law University, Tripura. So in this paper, this is not in the format which I have just told you, because most of nowadays, they don't follow the format. They follow that format only in writing dissertation or PhD. In writing the research paper, they don't follow that format, like they don't give you the methodology, or they don't do the research literature review. They do it, but they don't write it in the research paper, because it will create a very long research paper, and most of the publication don't allow that length of paper to be published. So it goes with the introduction. Yeah, he has written the introduction about what is the they have not written the interview this footnote, because in this case they have written about the end note, because this SCC follows only the end note. Like I'll show you. Like after the end of the paper, they have written all the end note, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That same material you can write in footnote. That is more authority wise, and that will be easy for the readers to get inside and cross reference your paper. Then after introduction, you will see that it is written the genealogy of the concept. Here they have talked about the concept. What is the concept? What is the tribal justice? What is transformative constitutionalism? After doing with all this thing, they have come into the transformative constitutionalism in India. What is transformative constitutionalism in India? They have come with this is you can see this is third. This is the third part that I was talking about you, that in dissertation you will write in chapters. In paper you will write in parts, that you will give the headings, first heading, second heading, third heading, that covers your part. Now, if you can see that he has given this citation, that State of Kerala versus N.N. Thomas. So here he has given just the name, and the citation is given in the 18 number. 18 is the end note. Let me show you that 18 number. Like see, 18 here. This is not the ILI style format, because in ILI you don't need to write the name of the case in the footnote. You only need to write the citation. This is the one citation. This is the SCC citation. This is the All India Reporter citation. Is it clear? Now
Yes,
again come to the this. I have to show you transformative constitutionalism. Then there are next chapter, next part, that is for constitution and the justice to tribals. What constitution talks about the justice to tribals, that they have dealt it in this part. Now, then recent discursive judicial trend. Here he has described many discursive judicial trend, what the Supreme Court or the High Court or various courts of the country has talked about this tribal justice in India relating to constitutionalism. Then after that, they have talked about the conclusion. in conclusion, what they do, they generally conclude all the cases, all the material, all the information they have gathered from all the study. Now I will tell you the importance of the footnote or the endnote. Please don't use endnote. Endnote are not very good for cross-referencing. See, 74 footnotes have been used in this paper. So all footnotes are very important. Always keep in mind that the more you use the footnote, the more authoritative your paper look, and the more it will tell you that you have done a very good research. So do not delve into the very tactics that you will rephrase it, you will not give due credit to the author or the original creator of that content, and you will rephrase it and you will bypass the plagiarism requirement. That is all right. But if you want to show the reader or the publisher or any other person for that it is a good paper, that you have given a very good research, then you always have to write many number of footnotes as you like. There are no limits. There are no limits or any straitjacket formula as to how many number of footnotes are to be there in given in any research paper. But it is advisable to keep as many footnote as you may. Mostly you each and everything you don't know by your own. Everything apart from the general knowledge or the knowledge which is in the common parlance, that sun rises in the east and sets in the west, that is the common knowledge. You were writing this thing, you don't need to give the citation of PM Modi, that Narendra Modi is the Prime Minister of India. That is the common knowledge that you don't need to give the citation of it. Otherwise, every information which you are getting, that you have got somewhere from any sources. So you have to always to give the sources from where you have given that information. In that way, you will show that you have done a very good research and your paper has some authority. Is it clear? Now let
Yes,
me
sir.
tell you some other. See, this is another paper downloaded from the SEC online. Environmental Constitutionalism in India, Innovating New Governance Paradigm. So this is again another paper. So see, first he has given about the introduction without giving the heading that what this is what. He has not given the introduction. Then he has given environmental constitutionalism. See, both paper has talked about the constitutionalism, transformative constitutionalism, but in both paper, the parts are different. You may say the chapters are different or the headings are different because on the basis of your research gap or on the basis of your this question or hypothesis, your chapterization or your parts or your headings tends to change. So don't follow a straitjacket formula that you have to write. Your friend is doing this chapter, and so you also have to do this chapter. No, there is no straitjacket formula. You tend to make your own chapterizations as to what chapter you want to put into your this research paper or dissertation. Next, there are anthropocentric and ecocentric approaches. What are the anthropocentric and ecocentric approaches? That is an environmental term you must have read in your environment classes. Then environmental and human rights. He has given next topic. Then environment and development debate. He has equated the environment and the development vis-a-vis on the other hand the development. Then last he has written about the conclusion. He has not given the number like first, second, third, fourth as I have shown you in the first paper. So that is up to you. If you write the part first, second, third, that is more readily, that is good, that is give reader an easy understanding of your paper. Now the after the conclusion, see, this is the footnote number 4. If you can see the footnote number 4, if you can see endnote number
Sir,
4.
we could not see. No, sir. I think we are seeing previous paper only.
Oh,
It is page 21.
okay, just a second.
Yeah.
See here. Can you see the EndNote number
Yes,
4?
sir. Now, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Now we can.
See that it is in a very big paragraph. This is called a speaking footnote or speaking endnote. Many publisher discourage using this speaking footnote. Why do you do speaking footnotes? Speaking footnotes, suppose you are using any term in the paper and you don't want to explain that term in the body of the paper because it will deviate from you from writing that paper in the coherence. So what you do, you will explain that term in the footnote or in the endnote, as you can see in the footnote number 4. So this is the kind of footnote that you can see. It is a called speaking footnote. Now see, it is given only 20, so it is not a parameter of seeing what is the good number of research paper or and having a good number of footnote or endnote. It is not any. It is very material, but I'll always encourage my students. I am also encouraging you to always use more and more footnote in your research paper or dissertation, so that the reader or your teacher or any person who reads your dissertation or your research paper get to know that you have done a very good research and you have thorough knowledge of the topic and you have gone through all your literature available in your subject. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Any doubt? I think I have cleared many of your doubts in writing the research paper. Even again, at last, I would like to tell you that unless and until you write a research paper or dissertation, you won't get any insight or secret of writing the research paper. So the more you write, the more you become good at writing the research paper. So I'll encourage you, whether you go for publication or not, please write a research paper. Please read more and more on the topic, because the more you read, the more you know, the better you will able to write your research paper or dissertation. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So any doubt to anyone?
No, sir.
So
If you have any doubts, you can ask to the sir. I think no doubt is there, sir. Thank you, Mr.
okay,
Mayank,
so
sir.
I
We
think
have just witnessed.
we
Yes, sir. Let me give a vote of thanks. As we have just witnessed this insightful lecture on the art of writing a research paper, I would like to express my thanks to Mr. Mayank Singh for this lecture, and each one of you for your active participation and engagement. Some of you have asked the questions, and some students also gave their answers. Let's thanks to our beloved principal ma'am, Poonam Nathani ma'am. I want to express my gratitude for your support. And once again, I thank to all of you. Sir, if you have any sample paper or material regarding this, you can share with me so I could share with our students too.
okay, sure.
Yes. Yes, sir. Then I declare here this session has.
Thank you so much,
Let
sir.
please wait for a minute. Students, can you make sure that your video is camera is on so we could take a screenshot? This is a virtual gathering.
Yes, I also want to take a picture to keep it as a memory. So if you can switch
Yes.
on your camera.
Yes, please switch on your camera. Yes, we have taken a snap.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks to all of you. Thanks once again. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.